Hello Upland, I'm your Mayor Debbie Stone, here with our City Manager Rosemary Horning. We'd like to welcome you to our 2020 State of the City Address. And we are so excited to share with you all of the amazing things happening in Upland right now. We've been able to complete much needed road improvements. We've added new library features. We've upgraded our tools our police officers use to serve the community. We held community workshops to keep our citizens informed, and we recently began development of the City Council's roadmap to success for city staff. The future of Upland is looking bright. We have plans for a year of improvements and services for our residents and businesses. One thing you can count on is that Upland is the city that works for you. Let me turn it over to Rosemary Horning, who can talk about the positive financial progress the city has achieved.
Thank you, Mayor Stone. I am very proud of the City of Upland. We have a wonderful community and a professional city staff that works hard to provide important essential services to the residents and businesses of Upland. This presentation is more than just about what the City of Upland provides to the community. It also highlights what the community provides to residents, businesses, and visitors. We are very proud to have so many amenities available to Upland, too many to include everything in this program. But we're going to show you many of the factors that make the city a special place to live, work, and play.
Since I found out about the city sponsors several workshops and whatnot about landscape, about conserving waters, and to be water smart, I think I would like to get educated on it, and as well as take advantage of any program, any assistance the city has and has offered for the residents.
However, before we get started, the Mayor, City Council, and I must acknowledge the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and the sacrifices our community has endured to ensure the spread of the COVID virus is minimized. A big thank you to all of our first responders, medical, grocery, and other essential service providers who have been on the front lines to keep the community operating during this health crisis. Our sincere condolence to those who have lost loved ones. The governor issued a stay-at-home order in the middle of March, and the city declared a local emergency at that time so that Upland would have access to scarce personal protective gear and resources to support the mission of our first responders. The city is coordinating with county officials and the Upland Chamber of Commerce to provide updates to the community regarding business reopenings and assistance programs. City departments are all working hard each and every day to provide excellent service to our residents and businesses. We're also working with our community partners to improve and expand city amenities while developing new opportunities for growth, reinforcing our commitment as a city that works for you. Upland has everything you need to live, work, and raise a family in a quality community. We are strategically located near airport, rail lines, and freeways in the Inland Empire, where we enjoy a great Mediterranean climate. Upland residents also have beautiful scenery and access to fantastic outdoor spaces, as well as nearby mountains, beaches, and desert playgrounds. However, if I were you, I would check out the cool places right here in Upland first. Our first stop is downtown Upland, where we will meet up with Councilmember Rudy Zuniga. Rudy.
Thanks, Rosemary. Hello, everyone. As a city leader and a small business owner in downtown Upland, I'm excited to share with you the wonderful things we have in our downtown community and our vision for the future. Upland is blessed to have a Metrolink station that allows enthusiasts to visit and explore our downtown area. The Pacific Electric Trail cuts through downtown, providing cyclists, joggers, and pedestrians a great and healthy way to visit our downtown district. With the various programs the city offers to help new entrepreneurs, our downtown area has become a hotbed for new destinations. If you haven't visited recently, I think it's a great opportunity for you and your family to come to downtown and have a great day filled with unique shopping, dining, and entertainment experiences. Downtown Upland is picturesque, capturing a bit of our historic past, blended with the new and contemporary offerings. There are dining options that circle the globe in terms of cuisine: Mexican, Italian, Mediterranean, or casual selections if you're in the mood for pizza or burgers, with many offering indoor and outdoor seating. And for those looking for a variety of shopping experiences, live entertainment, and adventure, downtown Upland has something for everyone, as well as live theater and annual festivals that are sure to entertain the whole family. All with easy access by way of public transportation, exiting at our downtown Metrolink station, bus lines, or by car, as our location is freeway friendly. Here's something exciting. Upland has created its first comprehensive mobile app called Shop Upland, designed to give you a 21st century guide to all of the amenities local to Upland. It alerts residents and visitors looking for a place to visit, eat, and special deals in Upland. Sharing in these experiences generates revenue that allows us to provide services throughout the city that keep Upland safe, clean, and desirable. And having a police substation in our downtown community reinforces that point. I can't say enough about our police and fire departments and the gratitude that Upland shares. With their community engagement and keeping lockstep with Mayor Debbie Stone, Police Chief Darren Goodman, Fire Chief Dan Muncie, and Assistant Chief Jeff Birchfield, the entire city enjoys an overwhelming response to the needs of business owners and residents alike. Thank you, Captain Blanco, for all the work that you and the Upland Police Department do on behalf of the Upland community and business owners. Perhaps you can tell us more about what's going on behind the scenes at the department.
Thank you, Councilman Zuniga. The Upland Police Foundation launched a successful fundraising drive, which resulted in our city adding a second K-9 officer to the Upland Police Department team. The City of Upland, the Upland Police Department, and the Upland Police Foundation are proud to welcome Timur and his human partner, Ed McAllen, to our department's team. Timur, a Belgian Malinois from Slovakia, and Officer McAllen have been partners since November of 2019. Having a K-9 unit with any police department provides an added element of efficiency when investigating criminal activity. Due to the K-9's exceptional sensory perceptions, as a member of our K-9 unit, Timur is considered as much of a valued officer as any other officer in our department. It is important to remember that, while they are friendly when in the company of the general public, K-9 officers are not to be considered as pets, but instead are animals that receive constant, specialized training that equips them to detect criminal activity with exceptional accuracy. This was an outstanding public and private partnership accomplishment. This new addition to our community law enforcement team will help us in our mission to keep Upland safe. We thank the Upland community for their generous support and are proud to represent Upland, the city that works for you. It takes us all working together as a team to service a city like Upland. The Upland Police Department truly appreciates the revenue that circulates back to the city by the way of all the businesses in the Upland community, which help to fund much of what we do. Chief Goodman will fill you in on more of our 2019 behind-the-scenes accomplishments within the department. Chief?
As your police chief, I am proud to report that 2019 was a year that the Upland Police Department achieved significant cultural, operational, and developmental growth while improving community confidence in Upland's police department. This could not have been achieved without the outstanding commitment of our department's team. Our department's goals and objectives have been guided by our 5-point mission, which is comprised of improving quality of life, improving operational effectiveness, improving recruitment and retention, improving employee development and training, and improving community engagement. Keeping Upland safe is very important to us. Our quality of life objectives help to ensure that our community remains desirable to those who do business here and families who currently reside in Upland or are seeking a new residence or business in our city. In 2019, goals were met through the following accomplishments: the creation of a quality of life or impact team that was dedicated to those reoccurring issues that plague the city, such as criminal vagrancy and homelessness, helped create a reduction in our homeless population to one of the lowest in our county for 2019. A reduction in transit-related calls for service was reduced by almost 19%. So what we've done in 2019 was respond to 83,000 calls for service. We increased our proactive policing, which resulted in 19,000 officer-initiated contacts. We recorded over 11,000 police reports and arrested over 4,000 suspects. This also meant handling over 191,000 calls by dispatch, with 34,000 of them being 911 emergency calls. The Upland PD possesses a department of some of the most highly qualified and trained recruits in the county. Our 2019 community engagement platforms included 3 community forums, 4 coffee or conversations with a cop events, 5 neighborhood watch meetings, the release of a city mobile application for phones and mobile devices, so make sure you download that app today if you haven't already. As public officials and department leaders in Upland, we know that we work for you. Let me introduce to you San Bernardino County Assistant Fire Chief Jeff Birchville.
In November, the County Board of Supervisors appointed Dan Muncy as San Bernardino County's new fire chief. Chief Muncy is a seasoned professional with a diverse and extensive background in fire protection services. The San Bernardino County Fire Department is fortunate to be under his leadership. As Assistant Chief, I am responsible for ensuring that excellent services are provided to Upland while maintaining a small town fire department feel. This year, County Fire has been hard at work and has made significant repairs and upgrades to 3 of the 4 stations that serve Upland. You may have noticed a few exterior improvements. The county outfitted Station 163, located at North Benson Avenue, with a new modern brush engine, and Fire Station 161 with the CPR chest compression machine, which will help our firefighter paramedics protect the community and save lives. County Fire also coordinated with the county's Office of Emergency Services and the emergency manager assigned to Upland in order to update the city's emergency operating plan and conduct multiple training exercises and ensure that the city's Emergency Operations Center, or otherwise EOC, is ready for use in the event of a disaster or large-scale emergency. In 2019, the fire stations serving Upland responded to 9,183 calls for service. Of those, 7,037 were for medical assistance, 770 were for traffic collisions, 73 were structure fires, 3 plane crashes, and 1,300 were miscellaneous calls that include fire alarms and public service calls. Use of digital dashboards in the fire stations enhance our response times and provide situational awareness when our units in Upland receive call information. The county has 4 stations that are equipped and strategically located to provide effective response times to save lives and protect property. Our San Bernardino County firefighters are proud to serve the residential and business community of Upland, the city that works for you. Now, Councilman Ricky Felix and the city's Public Works team will share with you some of the exciting projects underway that make Upland such a special town to both live and or work in. Councilman?
Hey everyone, this is Ricky Felix. I'm a council member for the city of Upland, and I come to you from Citrus Park. Something great about Citrus Park is that we recently replaced all the equipment here, and we made it more inclusive for all types of abilities. Currently, at the same time, we are replacing all their park benches, so we can have more seating for more families. Something big for me is making Upland a very family-oriented city. Obviously, that takes Public Works. I'm very grateful for our staff at Public Works, and to let you know what's going on in their department, we have Richard Smetherly.
Hi Ricky, our Public Works team will be replacing the playground equipment at Magnolia Park. The city goal is to ensure that all of the parks have new, safe, and modern equipment. The city has 13 fantastic community parks. These parks also serve our baseball Little League, soccer, and contain wonderful facilities like the Shuey Family YMCA with a newly renovated swimming complex. The city has a number of outdoor recreational activity areas which include the trail system like the previously mentioned Pacific Electric Trail, the iconic Euclid Avenue walking trail marked at the trailhead by the Madonna and heading north to the mountains, walking trails in the colonies, as well as access to county trails to our north in the San Antonio Heights. All of the trails and parks are in great place for families to play together. The community can reserve designated park areas and facilities like Carnegie, Landesina, and other areas for birthday parties, weddings, family gatherings, etc. The city will be reopening Magnolia Recreation Center to the public for classes and rental opportunities. In conjunction with ensuring that our public parks are kept in pristine condition, Our Public Works team is also responsible for making sure that our city's infrastructure functions in a safe and efficient manner. My colleague Brett Lance is here to share some of our recent successes. Brett?
In addition to the scheduled work at our parks, I am proud to report that 2019 was an amazing year with regards to major projects launched and completed by our Public Works team. And we've got some exciting projects coming down the pipe. Led by our engineering manager, Bob Critchfield, the following major capital projects were completed in 2019. One was the 3rd Avenue paving, rehabilitation, and water improvements between A Street and 11th Street. The other major one was 9th Street, paving, rehabilitation, and water improvements between 3rd Avenue and 8th Avenue. Some major capital improvement projects that are underway are the citywide slurry seal project, followed by the citywide striping replacement. Also is the electric vehicle charging stations at the Civic Center. Major projects and programs happening this year are the alley reconstructions, 7th Street rehabilitation from Harrington, 8th Street to Euclid Avenue, 13th Street rehabilitation and water improvements from Euclid to Campus, and lastly, Reservoir 15 replacement at 17th Street.
In addition to maintaining our parks and our city infrastructure, the Public Works Department has a great responsibility in the city of Upland. They're in charge of repairing our sidewalks, repairing our curbs, filling potholes, trimming our trees, planting new trees in our parks, repairing city streetlights, and performing weed abatement for our city. They're the ones that make our city the city of gracious living, the city that works for you. Now let's head over to the library and speak with Ralph, Lauren, and Yuri.
Here at the Upland Library, we're super proud of the robust modernization efforts supported by our city that keeps the library relevant and vital to our community today. We have thousands and thousands of brand new relevant materials for every interest here in the library. We have the Teen Advisory Board, where teens come together and meet and decide the direction of teen programming in the library. We have added more than 4,000 new library card holders in 2019. We have checked out more than 170,000 items, and that does not include an additional 11,000 downloadable ebooks and audiobooks from the website. Overall, almost 250,000 people came through our doors. Friends of the Library is our fundraising booster group. These are our biggest ambassadors out to the community, talking about all the terrific things that they're supporting in the library. You can join the Friends of the Library by signing up in the bookstore and giving them a little check, or you can become involved with the Friends of the Library, actually volunteering to take in used books and process them out for sale. Everything helps to keep our library up to date and a joy to visit.
Today, we try to make it a very nice atmosphere for the entire family. We have repainted and recarpeted the entire library. In addition to the 2 rooms that Yuri mentioned, we also did the children's reading room. We believe long-term it has to be a family event coming to the library.
We have a lot of programs at the library. We have adult literacy, we have a trivia beat, we have partnerships with the school district. We need to have a very literate society if we're going to make our communities a better place for all of us.
Now let's take a look at another Upland Library partner that's making a big difference in our community, the Friends of the Upland Animal Shelter.
The City of Upland recognizes the value of providing services to those in the community who are ill-equipped to provide for themselves, animals that are lost or do not have a permanent home. Animal shelters are valuable resources to all communities. Without their existence, hundreds of animals would roam and travel through the city neighborhoods, negatively impacting public safety and the health of residents. Fortunately, the City of Upland has an animal shelter that takes on this responsibility for both the safety of the animals as well as the Upland community as a whole. So Andy, how does the City of Upland's animal shelter rank in Southern California?
The Upland Animal Shelter is noted as one of the finest animal shelters in Southern California, dedicated to finding every adoptable animal a loving and forever home. It's a large facility with modern equipment capable of servicing our local animal population.
And here comes Officer Lana Myers.
This is Oreo. He's a transfer from the Palmdale shelter. He's a 3-year-old German Shepherd mix, and he likes other dogs. He's good with cats, and he's a very sensitive, shy boy, but he's very sweet.
Andy, what roles do the staff and the animal control officers play in the day-to-day operations of the shelter?
Well, that's a great question. It's the goal of the animal shelter staff and city animal control officers to keep animals safe and healthy, to keep the public safe, and to endeavor to find every animal a loving home. There's a lot of effort that goes into this labor of love, from the daily facility cleaning, young animal fostering, holding weekly adoption and low-cost vaccine clinics with Western University, and Pet Crusade offering neuter and spay and neuter services and animal care, to community events and other fundraising efforts. 2019 witnessed the following accomplishments. In terms of volunteerism, there were a total of 16,824 hours donated to the shelter, with an average of 148 volunteers each month. 2,094 calls for service were received by the animal control officers, and they went out into the field to address animal care related issues. A total of 2,330 animals' lives were saved, either through adoptions, being returned to their owner, or transferred to another shelter or rescue agency. 84 off-site adoption events were hosted, with 100% of the staffing for those events done by volunteers. 487 animals were fostered outside of the shelter. 105 free-roaming cats and feral cats were sterilized to control the cat population in the community. And we had a total intake of 2,938 animals.
Andy, can you tell us how all of this is funded?
Well, the funding to maintain the majority of the shelter operations is through the generous support of the public's gifts and donations, along with proceeds from the Second Chance Thrift Shop.
So this is more proof that Upland is the city that works for you. Your next pet is waiting here at the Friends of Upland Animal Shelter for you to take home and to be part of your family. Now, let's take a look at another one of Upland City Departments that give us reasons to be proud of our community.
Boy, it sure feels good being back at Upland High School Stadium after all of these years. How about you, Bill?
You know, absolutely, Bob. It feels even better to be back here on our home field.
Hi, I'm Robert Dahlquist, Development Services Director with the City of Upland, and with me is Upland City Council Member Bill Velto.
Hello, Upland. You know, nothing speaks to healthy families like good schools, safe neighborhoods, clean parks, convenient shopping, and dining areas. The City of Upland provides these amenities and much more. Upland's rich legacy blends well with its contemporary communities, with many well-preserved historic homes, as well as new and modern housing in excellent neighborhoods. The city has 9 historic districts which offer a taste of the past, such as vintage craftsman, Victorian and Spanish-style homes in conjunction with custom estate homes and well-planned communities. Upland has properties and homes of all sizes. New homes are being built in almost all quadrants of the city, inclusive of luxury apartments, townhomes, and single-family residences. Upland also has new home options for all family sizes. We have an interesting example of how we're implementing innovative ideas in order to provide new home choices while still maintaining Upland's unique charm. Let me toss it over to the mayor.
The City of Upland has joined forces with Pomona Valley Habitat for Humanity to relocate a historic craftsman home from the northeast corner of Euclid and 8th Street to Washington and 6th Avenue, resulting in the first-time multi-generational home for the Beatty family. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Well, we have 4 children, and my father, Joe, currently lives with us. Upland has so much to offer. We're most excited about just being closer to our church family at Foothill Bible Church on 15th Street, and we are excited about going on dates in downtown Upland, excited about continuing our lessons of swim and basketball at the YMCA, and we just heard that Upland has a lot of programs for the kids, and we're excited for to be here in this neighborhood.
I've been living with my son's family for several years now, and have been volunteering at the senior center and in a computer lab that we call Tech Junction. So I've fit in very well and look forward to living here in Upland, continuing my volunteer work at the senior center.
With owning a home here in Upland, that has made our dream come true.
Upland has amazing things happening all the time. Once again, congratulations to the Beatty family and welcome to Upland.
The strongest communities are the ones that merge their heritage with the new. By example, my former Upland Highlander teammate, Councilman Bill Velto, who was with the class of 1975, and I am with the class of 1976. Does that mean we're historic resources?
Absolutely historic resources.
We are honored to be speaking to you from the recently remodeled Upland Highlander Football Stadium, which has just received a brand new state-of-the-art scoreboard.
Upland's business landscape is developing and growing. With a nearly 23,000 square foot service auto dealership off the 210 freeway, the recent completion of 2 industrial facilities on a lot just under 3 acres on 11th west of Central, and more to come with new restaurants, retail and grocery stores on the way, ready to serve our Upland residents and visitors. Remember, Upland is a city that works for you.
Hey Bill, I brought a football. You think you still got it?
Hey, don't let these years and this platinum blonde hair fool you. I can still fit into this Letterman's jacket.
Well, it looks a little snug, but what do I know? I'll bet you lunch that you can't kick a 30-yard field goal. Are you up for the challenge?
Absolutely, let's do it. Don't pull Lucy on me now.
Don't worry about that. Just focus on the ball. No wide right. Looks good. Just like riding a bike, I owe you lunch.
I think you owe me a doctor.
We're gonna toss it back to you, Mayor. Go long.
Nice.
Thanks, guys. As you can see, Upland is a fantastic place to locate your business and raise a family. We've shared just a few of the highlights that our city has to offer. As we move into late summer and fall, our community is regaining its momentum with businesses reopening while maintaining COVID-safe environments, providing more opportunities to visit and support our special local shops and restaurants. I want to thank the Chamber for their support and their great work the Chamber does for our business community. Don't forget to use the Shop Upland app for the best deals in dining, shopping, and entertainment in Upland. We are all in this together. We are Upland Strong. Go Highlanders!